welcome to week 2 of infants and toddlers. I really hope the first week was a great week in terms of learning about infants and toddlers and viewing them in a different light. This week, we're going to be focusing on 2 chapters. So what you're going to do is you're going to come here to week 2, open it up. You're focusing on infant toddler education and caregiving as curriculum. So as we get on in there, you will see that you have assignment instructions. Make sure that you are reading what it is you're going to do this week. And you have viewing material, a discussion question, an anecdotal record observation, and your formal observation. So, starting here, you're going to read chapters 2 and 3, review the PowerPoints. You're going to read a couple of supplementary articles, and then you're going to watch some videos that will help you to complete this week's assignments. Next, you're going to go to discussion board. Discussion board is very different from the blog. So make sure that you read all the directions before you start, as well as watch that video. It's going to give you helpful hints. I should let you know that for the discussion board, your first post, your initial post, is due by Wednesday, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And your response posts to a minimum of 2 of your classmates are due on Sunday, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please review the rubric for discussion board. Doing the minimum is absolutely positively unlikely to get you full points. What we're looking for here is reflective thoughts and reflective content in your initial post with some scholarly sources to support your point of view, and then response posts to your classmates that actually continue to generate conversation and that back and forth learning that occurs from discussion board. Also, if I respond to your discussion board, and it's highly likely that I will, it is expected that you are going to respond back to me, and if you do not, you can lose points for that as well. So be really cognizant of how you handle discussion board. Your other assignment this week is to write an anecdotal record observing the child in the video. You had a module that they spoke to you about anecdotal records, and there's a blurb on it in your book. What you need to remember about anecdotal records is that this is an observation that is only what you see and what you hear. We don't infer, we don't place emotion, we only write down the things that we see and hear the child doing. For example, if you had a child, let's call her Mary, come into your classroom like this, when you write your observation, what you're going to do is say, Mary came into the classroom, Mary was stomping her feet, and she had a grimace on her face and said, You cannot infer that Mary was angry, upset, sad, or anything else. That is applying emotion to a situation, and the truth is, we have no idea what a child is thinking. So we leave everything subjective, in other words, things we think are happening, out of our observations of children, and we must be objective, which means we only write down what we see and what we hear. Okay, the next assignment you have is not due until December 2nd, but it is your formal observation for this course. Each course in CHD at TCC requires you to do a 2-hour observation in a licensed, star-rated, or NAEYC accredited facility. In our case, you can only observe infants through toddlerhood, which means 0 months to 36 months. You have to find a center that houses either infants or toddlers. This assignment is worth 20 points, and you have in here your observation handbook. This is going to give you ideas about where you can go and what schools to contact. You have a letter that you may take to the place that you've chosen to observe with contact information for me, and then you have your instructions. And your instructions have a template. All you need to do is read the instructions. Remember, you got to do 2 hours, and set up the format as follows in your observation assignment. It is not a difficult assignment. It should actually be something that you really enjoy. And as always, You can post questions about content there, and we should be back to you, either myself or a classmate, within 24 hours. I really do sincerely hope that you enjoy this week's assignment and that you're learning as much as you can about infants and toddlers. Have a great week.